with an introduction of the Kansas State University Brass Quintet. Eric Sherman and Billy Hatfield on trumpets, Justin Gittle on horn, Henry Law on trombone, and Ethan Aubrey Mitchell on tuba. Today we have the pleasure of having the AP Design Graduate Ensemble sing the national anthem at the beginning of our ceremony. At this time, we ask you to please turn off your cell phones and other electronic devices. Please remain quiet during the processional, the ceremony, and the recessional.
Good morning. I'm Tim DeNoble, Dean of the College of Architecture, Planning, and Design at Kansas State. Means I'm in the right place. I am pleased to welcome you to the 2018 commencement ceremony. Since you are standing, would you please remain so during the national anthem, which will be led by our very own, first time performing, AP Design Graduate Ensemble. Thank you. Talent abounds. Please be seated. Before we proceed with our program, I'd like to introduce Richard Myers, the president of Kansas State University, who will join me in congratulating our graduates as they cross the stage. It's an honor to have President Myers with us today. It is a pleasure to work with him in crafting the future of our university and college together. Thank you for being here, President Myers. I would also like to introduce the members of the faculty and staff who are present today. And please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. And faculty, please stand as I call your name. Beginning at your right, we have Greg Newmark, Blake Bellinger, Vladimir Kristich, Brent Chamberlain, Jay Siebenmorgan, Suzanne Siepel-Coates, Gary Coates, Michael Gibson, Bob Condia, 2018 Victor L. Rainier Architecture Chair, Todd Gabbard, LaBarbara James Wigfall, Jason Brody, John Keller. I want to stop for a moment, take an opportunity to congratulate John Keller, our longest serving faculty member who this year is retiring after 46 years. Jen Kim, David Sachs, Judy Gordon, Peter Magyar, Genevieve Boisdon, 2017-18 Commerce Bank and William T. Kemper Undergraduate Outstanding Teaching Award recipient. Genevieve, congratulations. Houston Gibson, Neil Hubble, the Trainer HL Architects Faculty Award recipient. Congratulations, Neil. Ann Beamish and Michael Grogan, our marshals. Matt Knox, Department Head of Architecture. Nathan Howe, Department Head of Interior Architecture and Product Design. Stephanie Rowley, Department Head, Landscape Architecture, Regional Community Planning. Richard Myers, whom I've already introduced. Brad Seidner, the K-State Alumni Association. Wyatt Hoke, we'll get to him later. Cheryl McAfee, today's commencement speaker, and Associate Dean Linuano. Please be seated. Thank you. There are other faculty in attendance that are out among you, and we appreciate their attendance as well. There are other members of the College of Architecture, Planning, and Design who I would also like to thank. Jana L. Sasser, who helped line us up today, academic advisor. Tom Jackson, Communications and Events Coordinator. Lisa Last, Director of Academic Services and Academic Advisors, made sure everybody belonged up here. Rachel Robillard, Academic Advisor. Brianna Sprague, Graphic Designer, and Dana Vogelai, the APD Coordinator. And I should say that Rachel also lined us up. Their combined efforts make this ceremony and reception following possible. We also want to thank the crew of McCain Auditorium in advance of a great job. Worked well with us the other day and set up a wonderful event. So thank you all. We appreciate your efforts. So this is a wonderful and joyous day. A day it's also a beautiful day. A day all of us, graduates, faculty, staff, administration, parents, guardians, friends, and siblings have worked for and can celebrate together. Like all the major rituals in our lives, this occasion is a threshold to another life. Together, we will conduct today's ceremony and enjoy the ritual, giving it the gravity and dignity it deserves. While your children, friends, charges, relatives, or siblings have passed from students to graduates in yesterday's ceremony of graduate commencement, today we celebrate their achievements. They sit before you, armed with drive, expertise, craft, acumen, developed and tested during their education. In their time here, our students have been exposed to the rigors of practice through internship, and have felt the pains and joys of being thrust into foreign and strange lands while studying abroad. They have been subjected to constant scrutiny by some of the world's most accomplished educators and critics, and have upheld the very high standard of performance set over the years by over 6,500 alumni who have passed through the crucible of AP design. Like our past graduates, this year's cohort is prepared, tested, and more than ready for the challenges of professional practice in this ever-changing age. We're proud of the model that we have in College of Architecture, Planning, and Design, and we are motivated by our belief that design thinking is an integral component of education and vital to the betterment of the world. Through their highly developed planning and design skills and leadership capabilities, our graduates are well prepared to inventively apply their knowledge in confronting the overarching concerns of our society, including stewardship of the environment, social equity, economic viability, and the thing that drove most of us to this, aesthetic delight. Please enjoy today's ceremony knowing that your involvement, those of you sitting out there, in your graduate's life is in every way as significant and worth celebrating as that of our faculty, staff, and administration. You furrowed the foundation in preparation for the structure we have added. Together we've done great things and can be assured that society will benefit by our efforts. At this time, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker. Cheryl McAfee, Fellow of the American Institute of Architects, is the CEO of McAfee III Architects and the architectural principal of the Atlanta office. Cheryl received her undergraduate degree in architecture from a really fantastic program at Kansas State University, and her Master of Architecture in urban design from a pretty well-known place called Harvard University. She has also served on the board of directors of the Alumni Association for Kansas State and Harvard Universities. With 34 years of architectural experience, Cheryl was the senior program manager of design and construction for all 33 sports venues of the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. For the past 13 years, McAfee 3 Architects has been a part of master planning and design joint venture team for the $7 billion expansion of that little airport in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport, including the recently opened Maynard Holbrook-Jackson International Terminal. Her firm jointly provided master planning and architectural design services for this expansion and program, and she serves as the principal architect for this joint venture. It's a great pleasure to have Cheryl come and share her experiences with our students. She's long represented the quality that we greatly appreciate in our alumni, and not just in her practice, but in her engagement with her community and in society. Cheryl, please take over.
Well, good morning, fellow Wildcats. It's an honor to be here with all of you today, and it's good to be home in my great state of Kansas and my alma mater, Kansas State. I want to thank President Richard Myers for his incredible vision and leadership, and I want to thank you, Tim DeNoble, for guiding the Planning and Designs College in the manner that you have with the students and faculty, and allowing them to thrive and be impactful as designers and as model leaders in our communities and in our profession. And to distinguished guests and faculty, thank you. I want to take a moment to thank also all of the wonderful and beautiful family members and friends that are sitting in front of us today. I also know that some are here in spirit, and be assured that they are here. Some of them are present that are people that have been standing behind you, beside you, and in front of you all the days of your life. And they're here to celebrate you. And some are newfound friends and mentors, but they are all here to celebrate. These are the people that when you picked up the phone at 2 a.m. in the morning and called them, you needed money, or for that project, or for food. Or perhaps it was a call to grandma or grandpa because they had that listening ear or just simply the right kind of guidance. But also today, I want you to remember that tomorrow is Mother's Day, and to give love to your mother. You know, a person doesn't have to give birth to you to also be a mother. There are people who are mothers to you. I want you to look around, as these are the people that have shepherded you here. Show them some love. How about standing up and giving them a hearty, warm round of applause to these people that are here? Show them some appreciation. And most of all, to the Kansas State College of Architecture, Planning and Design class of 2008, congratulations. We are really so proud of you. We are very proud of all of your hard work. This is an investment that you have made in yourself. You have worked hard, you've made sacrifices and taken risks that brought you here to this day. And I know it is not easy because I have been there. But let me also congratulate the 2018 class and the inaugural class that opened the new Rainier Hall and Seton Hall renovation. I took a tour with Dean DeNoble yesterday, and I tell you, Annie M., we're not in the same old Seton Hall anymore. What a transformation and an exceptional learning space for you to excel. And your class were the nomads, making your education happen in the best and most challenging of circumstances and spaces. And as you did make these transitions from place to place, you and the teachers and your fellow classmates formed lasting bonds and friendships and memories that will last you a lifetime. We are proud of your growth and maturity that you have shown over the last 5 years. And some of you took 5 years or maybe more, but you made it. And the architecture and design professions are by no means easy, but they're worthwhile. And anything that is worthwhile in life never is easy. It is well known that while others on the campus were hanging out in Aggieville at the Dirty Dog Saloon, you were diligently in Lab Studio working on another class project. I know that you survived some nights on Pie 5 and Jimmy John's and insomnia cookies at 1 a.m. and the occasional Red Bull. But you allowed yourself to be immersed into a course of study that is broad, often grueling and intense, yet meaningful and rewarding. You have taken internships and studied abroad, and in doing so, you have transformed yourself and the world around you and making it a better place. And you are here with family and friends and those who support you, and I know that their investment of you, it will not be in vain. And also, not only that, but your investment in yourself is well worth it. But to whom much is given, much is required. It is now your mission not only to make life a better place for yourself and your family, but also for others. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And I know that some of you must pay off those student loans, and I do understand. But as we today are experiencing a global impact of climate change, it seems that there's a change in the climate of compassion for our fellow men, our fellow women, our fellow children, and our communities. It is my prayer that you are and will remain idealistic, and that you will help change the world and continue to make it better. We are passing on the baton to you, class of 2018, so know that there is a power in the diploma that you received today. You can help spread that power and that purple pride all over your workplace, your community, this nation, and the world. Don't let the noise of tweets and texts and Instagrams and Snapchat and the contentiousness of current news drown out your optimism and your zeal. Allow it to stir and arouse your passions to help others, not demonize them. Mahatma Gandhi said, you must be the change you want to see in the world. So as graduates in design and being critical and creative thinkers, each of you has the power to change the world in big and in small ways, and all of them count. One weather disaster, one stroke, one accident, one school shooting, one day in a person's life can be turned upside down by a single event. You never know what is going on in the lives of people. But what I do know is that with your professional skill sets in design and being good stewards of the tools that you have been given here, you may be the blessing to help rebuild the life of another person or another life for a community. You will be a blessing to someone that you may never even see. These people don't even know what Revit, CAD, Photoshop, and 3D modeling are, but you will be the one that made the difference in their lives. So we need each of you who value this education and research institution to be the foundation upon which you build from. I know that your destiny is not certain, but I do know that either you can work to shape your destiny or fall prey to it. And I believe that whatever it is that you are seeking is also seeking you. I know that each of you has a story to tell, and that we have more in common that brings us together than that tears us or separates us. Each of us has hopes and aspirations and dreams and common values that weave us together as a beautiful quilt of humanity. There's a biblical verse that says, "Let your light shine before others that they may see your good works and glorify God." So if this College of Architecture, Planning, and Design is to be here to inspire yet another 55 years, then you who received this diploma today, when you leave this place, I want you to commit to being the beacon of light and hope for others to follow. So never grow weary and never, ever give up. Congratulations to each of you and to your loved ones who are here today. God bless you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Remember, you can be a blessing to someone you may never see. That's fantastic. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I knew I was picking a great speaker. Each year, the university and college recognize individuals who have generously contributed their time and expertise to the benefit of our students, faculty, profession, and society. I told you I would cover him later. This year, we are honoring Wyatt Hoke, the recipient of the 2018 Distinguished Service Award from the College of Architecture, Planning, and Design. Wyatt, would you please come stand here while I say all these nice things about you? Wyatt is a partner at Folston Siefken, which is a law firm. He is an accomplished construction lawyer who is sought after by project architects, owners, engineers, and contractors for projects across the country. Combines nearly 35 years of experience in construction law with his Bachelor of Architecture from Kansas State University and hands-on work in the residential home building industry to provide his clients with practical, goal-oriented counsel. Twice named by Best Lawyers as Lawyer of the Year for Construction and Construction Litigation in Wichita, Kansas. Wyatt stays on the cutting edge of industry developments and loves discovering why designs and products don't work as well in some contexts as others. Wyatt has been involved in some of the most significant commercial, industrial, and cultural education projects that have changed the landscape of Kansas over the last 3 decades. In this domain, Wyatt has shown he always has our back at Kansas State University. In the community, he serves on the executive committee of the Quivira Council of the Boy Scouts of America, the board of trustees of Northern Seminary in Chicago, and is an emeritus trustee of the Wichita Botanical Gardens. A native Kansan, he truly, and I can attest to this, bleeds purple. And when it comes to supporting K-State Wildcat athletics, and he is, as I am, a self-proclaimed baseball junkie. Wyatt and his wife, Marianne, who's with us, and any number of other family members, I understand. Would you all please just stand also real quick, please? How about that? Well, Wyatt and Marianne enjoy working on the home remodeling and gardening projects, and it seems they have a lot of labor too. So, I will say this, our Seton Hall project would not be what it is without Wyatt's help in representing us, and we greatly appreciate it. And you know, I have a lot of friends who are attorneys, and you know what they say, 99% of attorneys give the rest a bad name. But this is the 1% right here. I'm just kidding, of course. Wyatt, usually, you know, architects don't really get along with attorneys, but we like ours.
Thank you, Tim. I hope you like the joke. Yeah, thank you.
And surely I jest. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize, and I think in many ways Cheryl already did, but the many contributions of all the parents, families, and friends of our graduates, all of you sitting out there. And I know there are many others. So would you please, all of you, please stand as you're able, so that those of us on stage may show our appreciation with a round of applause. This will allow you to stretch your legs too, so. So at this time, I am proud to announce the awards and honors for exceptional performance that many of our students have received from professional societies, honor societies, the state, the university, the college, and departments. Many of the recipients will learn of this recognition for the first time today. Each award or honor is briefly described in the commencement supplement, and each recipient will be asked to stand and then be seated. After all the awards have been announced, I'll ask all the recipients to stand as a group so we can recognize them with a round of applause. First, I'd like to recognize the editors of Oz Journal, our student-edited, interdisciplinary, nationally recognized planning and design journal. Would Christian Berger, Jason Jarrell, and Jeremy Minyeko please stand up? Next, from across the college, the ARCC King Student Medal of Excellence for Research and Design is awarded to Interior Architecture and Product Design graduate Abigail Reese. Abigail. The Tau Sigma Delta Bronze Medal recipient, Connor Bruns. Connor. From the Department of Architecture, the Alpha Rho Chi Medal recipients are Jason Jarrell and Jerry Minyeko. The American Institute of Architects, Henry Adams Medal and Certificate goes to Naoma Asanugo. Naoma. The American Institute of Architects, Henry Adams Certificate of Excellence goes to Paul Klippel. Paul. The John F. Helm Award goes to Lakan Alam. The Kramer Prize winning team for, this is a team awarded prize for the Department of Architecture, goes to Vladimir Kristik's studio project titled West Bottoms Reborn. Fiona Bouillon, Nathan Hall, Ryan Johnson, Noah Cook, Una Liebrance, Zane Parks, Sheldon Roberts, Brandon Smith, Blake Sneed, Stephen Starr, Sean Zhang, and Yao Zhu. Congratulations. At least you think I mispronounced all the names and they didn't understand that they were called up. So many of these students were underclass persons as well. The recipient of the 2018 Heinzelman Prize is Professor J. Sieben Morgan and visiting Rainier Chair Fran Silvestre's studio. Project title La Marina Town Square goes to Christian Berger. Christian. From the Department of Interior Architecture and Product Design, the Jack C. Durgan Interior Architecture and Product Design Award goes to Abigail Reese. Abigail. The Allen Hastings Outstanding Product Design Award recipient, Craig Farmer. The Outstanding Furniture Design Award goes to Rebecca Keating. Rebecca. The Outstanding Interior Architecture Design Award recipient is Elizabeth Witskin. Elizabeth. The James Dubois Outstanding Graduate Senior Award goes to Jamie Causey. James. The Interior Architecture and Product Design Student Leadership Award goes to Chelsea Bainbridge. Chelsea. And making her third appearance, the Eugene T. McGraw Scholarship Award goes to Abigail Reese. And now for the Department of Landscape Architecture, Regional and Community Planning. The MLA Outstanding Graduate Student Award recipient is Caroline Fink. Caroline. The Outstanding Graduate Research Award recipient, Connor Bruns. The Dr. Robert P. Ely Award, Caroline Fink, stand up again. The L.R. Quinlan Award recipient is Brianna Nelson. Brianna. Oh, Caroline, stand up again. The Landscape Architecture Foundation Olmsted Scholar, Caroline Fink. The American Society of Landscape Architects Honor and Merit Awards. Receiving Certificate of Honor awards are Connor Bruns and Astrid Tsai Wang. Please. Receiving Certificate of Merit awards are Caroline Fink and Josh Sundine. Josh. The American Institute of Certified Planners, Outstanding Student Award in Regional Community Planning, Taylor Whitaker. And please remain standing, Taylor, for the Outstanding Master's Report Award as well. And now would all the recipients of these awards and honors stand up so we can give you one final round of applause. Before we announce the graduates, would Brad Seidner join me at the lectern? Brad Seidner is the Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the K-State Alumni Association. He'll make some brief comments to our graduates and audience. Brad, pleased to have you.
Well, good morning, graduates. And again, welcome to all the family and friends that are here today. Well, I am very pleased to be part of this special day. And on behalf of the Kansas State Alumni Association, representing over 275,000 living graduates and friends of Kansas State, we'd like to offer our congratulations on this special accomplishment here today. We are also here to welcome the graduates into a new relationship with their alma mater as they begin this new chapter as a K-State graduate. Our mission at the Alumni Association is to lead and inspire lifelong involvement that will benefit Kansas State University and all members of the Wildcat community. I'd like to share 3 of the core values that help guide us in our mission to keep you connected to K-State. The first value is link. The Alumni Association provides the lifelong link that alumni depend on to remain connected to their university. And you can stay in touch through hundreds of alumni activities across campus, around the nation, and even internationally. Another value is tradition. And today, the graduates will likely celebrate some K-State traditions, such as singing the alma mater, or maybe stopping to take the KSU photo at their favorite spot on campus. You might also have fond memories of doing the Wabash at a K-State sporting event, or maybe rubbing your favorite bronze statue on campus for good luck on a test or to ensure a Wildcat victory. And the third core value is purple. That's right, K-State purple, because for us K-Staters, purple is more than a color. It's a symbol of pride and connection. Because when you see someone wearing K-State purple, no matter where you are, or you see a K-State class ring, or you see a K-State license plate on a vehicle, you immediately feel that sense of family. I'd also like to share that in recognition of your graduation, your College of Architecture, Planning and Design and the Alumni Association are providing you with a complimentary one-year membership to the Alumni Association. And we hope you'll always be an active member of your Alumni Association. K-State alumni are among the most loyal in the nation. In fact, the graduates are now part of one of the top 5 alumni associations and number 1 in the Big 12 Conference for the percentage of our graduates that are members. That same loyalty is shared worldwide by generations of K-Staters who have the same passion for K-State as you feel today as you receive your degree from one of the finest universities in the nation. The Alumni Association was also pleased to present to you today on your chair as you came in an exclusive alumni business card holder. Because as you go through life and your titles change and your addresses change, please be sure to keep us updated because we always want to make sure that you stay connected to your K-State family. Again, graduates, congratulations on this very special accomplishment here today. Be proud of your university. Wear your purple with pride. And as always, let's go K-State!
And I'm sure Brad would appreciate me saying, you don't have to be an alumnus to join the Alumni Association and get a cool license plate. So, during our presentation of the degree candidates and recognition of the recipients of graduate degrees, members of national and professional honor societies will be announced. This includes members of Phi Kappa Phi, an honor society dedicated to the unity and democracy of education and open to honoring students from all disciplines who are in the top 10% of their class. Members of Tau Sigma Delta Honor Society in Architecture and the Allied Arts, and members of Sigma Lambda Alpha Landscape Architecture Honor Society. Our graduate students officially received their degrees yesterday during the graduate school ceremony. We congratulate them. Today in our ceremony, as faculty, friends, family, we'll recognize our master's degree recipients by presenting them with their diploma covers, as well as other awards bestowed for their accomplishments. As described in your program, hoods are worn only by persons holding graduate degrees. Hoods are lined with the colors of the university. The binding and edging of the hood is the color pertaining to the subject of the degree. The color of architecture is this lavender light purple. For interior architecture and product design, navy blue, for landscape architecture, brown. I still don't understand that one, honestly, and for regional and community planning, peacock blue. These are settled on nationally, not by us. Would Associate Dean Linawano please come forward to present the graduate degrees?
Would the recipients of the Master of Architecture in the first row please rise and come forward? Professor Matthew Knox, head of the Department of Architecture, will join Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating the recipients of the Master of Architecture. Professor Todd Gabbard will read the names of the graduates.
Wadha Al-Mutawa. Keegan Kyler Amos. Tyler William Arndt. Noma Asanugo. Nicole Grace Bachknight, minor in American Ethnic Studies. Christian Robert Berger. Fiona Bouillon. Milton Bian. Lance Alexander Brannick. Jake Brannon. Margaret Mary Brennan, APD Pro Certified. Emily Ann Briggs. Morgan Dylan Brown. Ashley Morgan Brunton, APD Bro Certified. Megan Sinclair Cantu. Tongwei Chen. Evelyn Chokatu. Aaron Charles Church. Hannah Mayron Collins. Yibo Chui. Morgan Dean Denton. Lucas Delane Downs. Jonathan Joseph Eden. Eddie Garcia. Kristen Averill Garver, minor community planning. Caitlin Reed Gladson. Bradley Sampson Gallwitzer. Nathan David Hall. Taylor Nicole Hilton, minor in leadership. Claire Ann Huffaker. Jessica Ray Jennings, minor in community planning. Eric Scott Jensen, minor in community planning. Jason Daniel Jurley. Ryan Matthew Johnson. Jacob Joseph Karst. Sarah Beth Kirch-Gessner. Paul Roger Klippel. Noah Jung-Hyun Kook. Tyler Leonard Conda. Tanner Austin Lee. Una Ko Librans. Wenwen Liliang. Shanyuan Liu. Angel Charles Yanez. Tanner J. Lopez. Alec Donovan Mackay. Jeremy Raymond Miñejo. Carl Ndieli. Maria Elizabeth Noy. Zane Almquist Parks. Deepan Patel. Aaron Pilcher, minor in community planning. Harrison James Pitchford. Rudolph Prinz III. Sophia Sabrine Rafiudin. Annie Teresa Ruther. Alex Matthew Reyes. Alyssa Danielle Reynolds. Sheldon Lee Roberts. Amy Lynn Rother, minor in community planning. Zachary Joe Rostetter. Weston Rothschild. Alyssa Nicole Sackman. Charles Andrew Schmidt II. Katie Lee Seamatter. Sam Sewell. Owen Grant Shigley. Brandon Grove Smith. Stephen Starr. Valerie Marie Stetz. Cameron Strickland, minor in community planning. Amber Nicole Summers, Tau Sigma Delta, minor in community planning. Peter Hanadi Sizaneko. Elise Isabella Torres. Sophia Triantafilopoulos. Jai Wong. Celia Grace White. Dominic White. Aoran Jong. Milson Jong. Bin Jung. Shan Zhang. Yao Zhu. Would the recipients of the Master of Science in Architecture please rise and come forward? Professor Matthew Knox, head of the Department of Architecture, will join Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating recipients of the Master of Science in Architecture. M.M. Lakan Alam. Avantika Gurung. Zuna Habib Jural.
Would the recipients of the Master of Interior Architecture and Product Design please rise and come forward? Nathan Howe, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Interior Architecture and Product Design, will join Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating the recipients of the Master of Interior Architecture and Product Design. Associate Professor Neil Hubble will read the names of the graduates.
Whitney Page Allen. Madeline Marie Apple. August Nelson Atzenweiler. Chelsea Bainbridge. Jamie Lee Causey. Sarah Lynn Cooper. Maria Caroline Dennis. Craig Farmer. Molly Madeline Gardner. Hannah Marie Gwartney. Janelle Marie Hedrick. Natalie Sybil Hill. Rochelle Marie Keating. Rebecca Elise Keating. Kendra Lee Lemon. Lance Aaron Main. Laura Marcella Pinella. Abigail Lee Reese. Hannah Michelle Robinson. Allison Lee Skripczyk. Grace Colleen Sibitz with a minor in business. Si Chao Wang. Elizabeth Bernadette Witzkin. Jevin Bryce Yoder. Malia Young. Sunny Jun Zhao.
Would the recipients of the Master of Landscape Architecture please rise and come forward? Professor Stephanie Raleigh, head of the Department of Landscape Architecture and Regional and Community Planning, will join Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating the recipients of the Master of Landscape Architecture. Associate Professor Ann Beamish will read the names of the graduates. Skylar Ray Brown, minor community planning. Connor Ray Bruns, minor in horticulture. Brian Patrick Corey, Sigma Lambda Alpha Honor Society.
Can do it. Thank you.
Anthony John DuPriest, minor in community planning. Caroline Leona Fink, APD Pro Certified, Sigma Lambda Alpha Landscape Architecture Honor Society, and K-State University Olmsted Scholar. Sarah Michelle Jackman, minor in horticulture. Evan Klein Lanning, Sigma Lambda Alpha Honor Society. Andrea Morgan Lemkin. Brianna L. Nelson.
Chandler Jefferson Knipe. Rachel Elaine Rankin. Wei Sun. Joshua Tanner Sundine. Astrid Z. Wei Wong.
Would the recipients of the Master of Regional and Community Planning please rise and come forward? Professor Stephanie Raleigh, head of the Department of Landscape Architecture, will be joining Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating the recipients of the Master of Regional and Community Planning. Associate Professor Houston Gibson will read the names of the graduates.
Alicia Nicole Hunter, Graduate Certificate in Geographic Information Systems. Annapurna Singh. Taylor Dyer Whitaker, Graduate Certificate in Geographic Information Systems. Would the recipient, wait a second. Would the recipient of the Master of Science in Community Development please rise and come forward? Professor Stephanie Raleigh, head of the Department of Landscape Architecture and Regional Community Planning, will join Dean DeNoble and President Myers in congratulating the recipient of the Master of Science in Community Development. Okay. Greg Station.
Could we have a quick round of applause for all of our graduates? We have a few more wonderful traditions to go through yet. So for the second half of our ceremony, we will begin, as we do each year, the graduating classes, along with the faculty and department heads, select representatives to speak at the commencement ceremony. This year, our speakers will be Jeremy Minyeko, graduate in architecture, Rebecca Keating, graduate in interior architecture and product design, Caroline Fink, graduate in landscape architecture, and Taylor Whitaker, graduate in regional and community planning. Would the four of you please rise and come share your collective wisdom?
Thank you. It's my honor and privilege to speak on behalf of the class of 2018 for IAPD. Our second year, a speaker described growing through this discipline in 4 stages. First, you don't even know what you don't know. Second, you know that you don't know. Third, it occurs to you that you finally know that you know some things. And finally, you've been in it so long that you've forgotten that you know it all. It was often a running joke with my sister and I, whom I was lucky enough to study alongside. When we'd reach the next stage, we'd alert the other. Yeah, to be honest, I have no idea, but I know how to find out. Or, I don't even know I needed to know that, but now I do. It seems we've arrived at a place where we know much more than we once did, and it feels all too appropriate to reflect back on what we've learned, on what we now know for sure. So I'd like to share with you a few things I've come to know for sure from our time together at AP Design. For starters, we put countless hours, many tears, a lot of sweat, and yes, even blood, thank you X-Acto blades, to making it here today. I know for sure we can all be proud of what we've achieved. I've often told my class how extremely lucky I felt to be a part of this class specifically. After a shift in academic plans, I came to be with you all by chance. I know you all to be incredible individuals without exception. It's been my experience that you all value creativity, the learning process, and have each bravely taken on the challenge of personal growth. With all your great minds and hearts ready to impact the world, I know for sure that the future is in great hands. In the many roles I served throughout our term together, I've had the privilege of helping many of you. But I know for sure that for the small price of my time, you all helped me in more ways than I can express to you here. I know for sure I'm grateful to all of you for this. From this program, I've come to know that everything around us has been created by those who've gone before us. Every built object, every system, every existing solution. I know for sure that we will go on to create many more beautiful, meaningful, and ingenious works. It excites me and humbles me to know that we are the creators of tomorrow's world. And finally, for me, my time here has taught me that we can play with form, we can sculpt light, we can mold space all we want, but what really matters, truly, is the light that shines through us and our creations as love for the rest of humanity. This I know for sure. Congratulations, class of 2018.
Hi, I'm Caroline Fink, and I represent the Landscape Architecture program. When I think back to where we started in Studio Overflow in the basement of our beloved old Seton to the scrupulousness halls of the new Rainier, we've come quite far physically, and my God, haven't we had fun? For a class averaging only about 13 people through the years, we are all so different with such diverse interests that without being united by landscape architecture, I don't know if we'd ever be in the same room at all. But that's the beauty of the profession and our class, and I know for sure that I would never have it any other way. As you've heard from Rebecca, our program is such an intense period of growth. We all formed friendships more intensely and deeply than I ever thought of before. In 40 years, when I find Rachel at the annual ASLA conference, I'm sure she'll greet me with the same, "Hey girl," as she did sitting next to me every day in studio each year. From Skylar's first ever taco to the last hugs goodbye, it's been such fun and such an honor to adventure with you all. It is a universal truth in our class that when you walk into studio, Josh is already about 4 days ahead of schedule, but will still always make time to catch up and play football. Another certainty is that Brian will always have the best dry humor and the funniest cartoons. And with unusual sureness, I can report that Evan Lanning makes a great riffraff from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that he and Rachel, in character, can dance the whole time warp. And I know it's hard to imagine, and I wish more than anything that I could have had a slideshow instead of a speech, but alas. In our pursuit of a higher education, we learned some of the most accurate way to shoot rubber bands when you find yourself in the middle of no man's land in the midst of a rubber band war, as was common in the LARCP 2014 to 2016 era. These are valuable skills, and I'm sure I'll use them again someday, and it's important to acknowledge these as we hit this milestone. I have to admit, freshman year, I wasn't really thrilled about moving to Kansas. As a Missourian, I was frankly expecting the very worst. But I know now for certain that I will always be glad and I will always be so proud of my LARCP degree and my Midwestern education. Our tremendous faculty and their tireless pursuit of excellence has instilled in us the grit to proceed to the next chapter with full gumption. Thank you so dearly for investing in us and taking the time to get to know us all. It means the world. My last and most reassuring of certainties is that if we are able to blossom into young professionals through one of the most demanding times in our lives and still be able to find success in school, that I know that whatever chapter comes next is manageable, no matter how daunting they may seem in the dark of the night. It has been such a pleasure to learn with you all, and I wish you all the joy and luck as we part, but only for now. Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone here, especially the regional and community planning class, all three of us. The ability to represent my peers is an incredible honor. Every time I introduce myself to someone outside of the college, sometimes in the college, and tell them what I'm studying, they typically ask me, what is a planner and what do they do? And for a long time, I had trouble answering that question because planning is very hard to describe. It's a complex field with no simple answer or definition, but today I'm going to try to put that into words so at least this audience can educate people what planning is. The goal of planners is to maximize the health, safety, and economic well-being for everyone. To do this, planners think about how people move, the businesses and attractions that are in communities, and where people want to live. But most of all, planners help create communities of lasting value for everybody. Planners are people who care and are passionate about so many issues, from equality, social, economic, and environmental justice, healthy communities, beautiful places, and equal access for everyone. Planners, most of all, have a desire to foster change for the future through creativity and decision-making, just like everyone graduating today. We know that we have a responsibility to others and an understanding that the future is so much greater than us, and Kansas State University has taught us just that. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here at Kansas State, from the initial year of ENVD, where I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, to the many years following, where I had chosen planning as a career. I have made so many amazing friendships and have received so many incredible opportunities through the college. And although my peers and I have had different paths on how we got here, we're all ending in the same place today. The College of Architecture, Planning, and Design, and more importantly, its faculty and staff, has taught us about passion, resilience, ethics, and most of all, being strong individuals who have the power and the knowledge to change the world. So on behalf of the Regional and Community Planning class, I would like to thank the incredible faculty and staff who have supported us and the amazing friends and family for so many years. Good luck, everyone, and congratulations.
Thank you all for coming here today and being a part of this with us. When I first found out I would be giving the commencement speech on behalf of my peers in the Department of Architecture, my first thought was, all right, they must be wanting something a little more serious and structured, because we all know there are far better jokesters in our class than me. Remembering back to the speech that our class's valedictorian gave at my high school graduation, I easily recall the way in which she presented a snapshot of her favorite memories from the clubs and organizations in which she participated. As a result, an understandable majority of the graduating class felt left out. From the time I was told I would be your speaker for today, it's been my goal for the remaining 1 minute and 40 seconds that you all feel a part of this. About a year ago, while I was taking a run through the outskirts of Dessau, a small German town home to one of the most influential architecture schools back in the 1920s, I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, TED Radio Hour by NPR. For those of you who don't know this show, it takes the condensed content of a TED Talk and expands it by investigating each topic with the original presenter of the talk. In short, they dive further into the ideas from what was on the TED stage. This particular episode stuck with me for the way in which it challenges our conception and our understanding of success. Angela Lee Duckworth from the University of Pennsylvania dedicated years to studying students at West Point Military Academy, students in New York City public schools, and even participants of the National Spelling Bee. Not only did she study students, she also studied professionals in sales and teachers working in tough neighborhoods. When she compared all the data that she collected, she realized that characteristics which we have long believed to be strong indicators of success actually aren't consistent. Things like family income, standardized test scores, IQ, social intelligence, good looks, talent, physical health, and even whether or not students feel safe in the classroom. All of these things, which have been engraved into our society for being strong indicators of success, weren't consistent in her research. Instead, one characteristic emerged as a significant predictor of success, something she refers to as grit. As Ms. Duckworth explains, grit is a passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. In essence, it's living life like it's a marathon, not a sprint. Grit is our ability to continue towards goals after failure, setback, and shortcoming. I chose to talk about this topic for the remarkable way in which it applies to each and every person here behind me on the stage today. We've all faced a fair amount of obstacles in our time working towards our degree here. We've all been challenged in a capacity and to a caliber we've never experienced before. And at times, we've all faced failure, setback, and shortcoming. But today, we're here. Each one of you is built with this quality of grit that Ms. Duckworth spoke of. We've all come from incredibly different backgrounds, possess different strengths and weaknesses, and have tremendously different talents. And yet it was our rigor, it was our ability to persevere that brought us here today. Congratulations, AP Design graduating class of 2018. Because you've all done this, you can do absolutely anything. And with that being said, I have nothing more to share with you all, except the very best luck to you in the real world. Thank you.
As evidenced by our student speakers, we're sending the next wave of AP Design graduates into the world to bolster the ranks of the professions and transform our designed environment. Congratulations to all of you. Remember, you're now entering another dimension. As alumni, you carry the aura of K-State with you. As your reputation grows, so does that of your college. In a beautiful and parallel manner, as the college continues to be recognized for its qualities, for one of the greatest in the nation, you benefit by invoking your AP Design K-State heritage. Make us proud, and please know that we will continue to endeavor to do the same for you. This year, capping off your time at Kansas State University has been an extraordinary one for our college. In many ways, as mentioned before, you're the pioneers, the first and only class so far to start in the old Seton Court and finish your studies in the new Seton Rainier complex. You have certainly done your part in helping bring the messy vitality back to our shiny new environment. We appreciate that. Hopefully you'll be energized to get back often and share your expertise with future cohorts of students in our new college home. That's certainly been one of the hallmarks of our great college, is our alumni involvement. To wit, today, our speaker and Distinguished Service Award winner. So I leave you with a thought. I'm kind of a food junkie. And I read a wonderful book that my wife checked out for me by Julia Child about her life in France. I find many parallels between the culinary and design worlds. In her world, words easily translate to your time here as students, and certainly to our time as faculty. And I quote Julia Child. In Paris in the 1950s, I had the supreme good fortune to study with a remarkably able group of chefs. From them, I learned why good French food is an art and why it makes such sublime eating. Nothing is too much trouble if it turns out the way it should. Good results require that one take time and care. If one doesn't use the freshest ingredients or read the whole recipe before starting, and if one rushes through the cooking, the result will be an inferior taste and texture. But a careful approach will result in a magnificent burst of flavor, a thoroughly satisfying meal, perhaps even a life-changing experience. In this way, our faculty and staff have well prepared you and know each of you will magnificently burst onto the scene of your practices and community. Let us recognize our graduates one more time. Now please rise as the brass quintet will lead us in the singing of the Kansas State University alma mater, which is printed inside the front cover of your program so that everyone may sing along. Get ready to lead us. The college, faculty, and staff are pleased to invite you to attend a reception immediately following our ceremony in the new Rainier Atrium. We ask the audience to please remain seated while the quintet plays the recessional until the graduates and faculty have left the auditorium. Thank you so much for coming to this spring 2018 commencement celebration. Please have a safe trip home.
that this whole time.
Yeah, I was doing